I got it! When I first heard about Dave being trapped in a maze...
1, 2, 3, 4!
I built a labyrinth. Can you believe it?
Dave is trapped in a cardboard maze in his living room and he can't get out.
Welcome to Dave Made a Minute, the podcast where a whole bunch of us are exploring the film Dave Made a Maze 1 minute at a time. The twist. Many of the participants have never seen the film. Some don't even know what film they're sampling. They get their minutes and they tackle them as they see fit. Here's your host from the Groundhog Day Project and Michael Myers Minute, Robert Black.
Minute 46, Dave explains himself. To tackle Minute 46, we have Gary Roby of Harry Potter Minute and Cassandra Fredrickson of Lord of the Rings Minute.
You come home, there's a giant maze in your living room. You're like, what the? There's a giant maze in my living room. I've heard of people rearranging the furniture, but this is wackadoodle crazy. Give me a sense of that.
This doesn't make any sense.
Is that a problem? Give a promise to myself. My solution's no problem.
It's like a fucking cocktail party in here.
If I get a few words from you before you go.
Where are my notes? Where's everything? I have so many different tabs open on my laptop. I feel like I lose stuff every time I click away.
Don't do that.
Okay. It's hard not. Sometimes I have to click other pages. It just happens.
Just close the tabs. It's fine.
Oh my god. I have a friend of mine at work who constantly on her desktop has like 30 tabs open. And I'm just like, how do you even manage anything? Don't understand.
I know, I have a friend who does that, and the tabs are so tiny you can just see the icon.
Yeah, it's like, how do you even know what's what?
I know. I was like, what is this chaotic evil bullshit?
Right?
Get it out of my life.
Somewhere on here I have my email open. Which one is it? I can't seem to find my email. Oh, nightmare. Okay. Guess let's do this. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dave Made a Minute. I want to do the whole spiel the fan podcast. That's overanalyzing, but that's that's other shows. I guess that works for this too, but I don't want to make up my own spiel for this show. I'm Gary Roby from Harry Potter Minute. Madness, I tell you.
Oh my god. I'm Cassandra Fredrickson from Lord of the Rings Minute.
And today we're talking about minute number 46. Minute 46, in which Dave sits down for an interview. I actually specifically asked you for these minutes because I knew that this was going to get heavy.
Why?
I was just like, I feel like Cassandra...
Why do you hate me?
Because I feel like... I think I trust you with conversations like this, if that makes sense.
It's because I went on Ferris Bueller and just, rocked your guys' world, isn't it?
Oh my god, you changed the tone for the rest of the show. I
was like, here, Cameron's having a panic attack. Let me tell you about that shit. And you're just like, oh god.
No, that was probably what we needed at that point, actually. It really shaped, it did really shape what happened after that, because we started talking a lot about just, the dynamics of the relationship with Cameron and, kind of building up, because at that point we're building to, the climax of him kicking the car.
Right.
No, forget it. Forget it. I gotta take a stand. I'm bullshit. I put up with everything. My old man pushes me around. I never say anything. Well, he's not the problem. I'm the problem. I gotta take a stand. I gotta take a stand against him. I am not going to sit on my ass as the events that affect me unfold to determine the course of my life. I'm going to take a stand. I'm going to defend it. Right or wrong, I'm going to defend it. so sick of his shit. Can't stand him, and I hate this goddamn car. Who do you love? Who do you love? You love a car. Bitch.
Which was fun. We had Jonathan Carlisle on, and then I think Nick for when the car actually smashed through the windows.
Oh, nice.
And it was a good time. It was a good time.
So listen to that show.
Yeah. Go check out Ferris Bueller's Minute Off over on JulianJohner.com, because that was what we spent our last summer. Not this past summer, the previous one. 2 years ago, almost.
Was that
year and a
really?
half, whatever. It's been a while. It's been about a year and a half since that wrapped.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
And I'm still doing 2 towers.
Goes quick. Oh, I know. I feel for you. We have someone who's listening to Harry Potter Minute right now, and every once in a while he'll post asking questions about stuff that we talked about in like the early episodes of season 1, and I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah, it's like, I don't remember what I said like 2 days ago, dude. Like,
yeah. And then going back and listening to it, it's like before we got our better mic set up and everything, so it's just like, oh, these minutes, or before I really knew what I was even doing when it came to editing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. The show sounds so much better now. Just skip season 1. Don't skip season 1. Go listen to Harry Potter Minute, you guys. Put a lot of work into that show.
oh man.
So we had the beginning of this this interview yesterday. I guess this airs every day. Yesterday, and Dave was saying that he wasn't trying to build. He wanted to build something that people could look at and say, like, why didn't I think of that? As he continues the beginning of this one. I don't really like this interview guy. He's not pushy necessarily, but, like, just that, like, so tell me about that. That he repeats, like, 3 different times in this minute.
It definitely reminds me of, like, a therapy session.
Tell me about that.
Yeah!
Especially going into, like, the monologue, I guess it is. That starts in this minute, goes to the next minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, a good therapist is supposed to, like, interweave all of that in, like, casual conversation, so you just feel like you're chatting. But some, like, I don't know, some therapists I've had, that sounds like I've had, like, 50, but, like, I've had a few. Some people, like, some of them, especially, like, the first time you see them, they're just, like, they have, like, a list of questions, and it's just like, so, you know, tell me about your blah, blah, blee, blah, blue.
Yeah. How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
It feels very, like the sort of pop culture representation of just, like, he's stroking his chin and just, like, absent-mindedly taking notes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I definitely I like this moment when the interviewer's almost like putting words in his mouth a little bit, like people go their whole lives like trying to
find something,
striving to make something or whatever, and like you achieved that, you accomplished that, and he's like, I wasn't like, he comes back with the like, I wasn't striving for anything. I just wanted to make something. And I definitely get this sentiment. He goes on and he says, like, I can't sit on my couch and watch TV or think the internet's going to inspire me.
Or think that the internet's going to inspire me because I'm fucking 30
that's not
years old.
Gonna get anything done or like accomplish anything.
I don't know. That line in particular though makes him sound like such a hipster. And
you think so?
Yeah, and like this minute I relate to, I think when I was watching these, I think it's the next one where I'm just like, God, this guy is a whiny bitch and I don't like him. So like, it's kind of interesting to see like this, like, obviously it's like an emotional crux of the movie, but like completely out of context. Because I'm just like, and that if I do watch this movie going forward, it's going to color my perception of it the entire time. Because that's just how I am.
Like, oh, he's so whiny.
Yeah.
Aw, poor Dave. He's having a rough day.
Yeah.
He lost his hand.
Did he?
We'll see. I think tomorrow we'll see that his hand is made out of cardboard.
Okay, that's weird.
I'll point it out when we get there.
What kind of Anakin Skywalker?
Day.
Oh my gosh.
People died. People died in this maze.
Oh my gosh.
It's so bad.
But
I don't know, and he's just kind of lamenting like that he's 30
And my
years old, but his
parents are
parents
still
are still giving
giving
him
me
money,
money.
and
And
he
I
feels that he
bore the
bores the
shit
shit
out
out
of
of them. Oh, buddy.
Oh.
I definitely kind of understand that too, though. Like, there are things that I'm interested in or stuff that I work, like, especially like being someone who works on podcasts.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think that any of my parents really understand what I do with my spare time.
yeah.
They're just like, what? What's a podcast?
On like
Guys.
you do all of this work for how much money?
Money?
Right? It's like, oh, I wish. But like,
Right. Maybe one day.
I think the reason why, like, when was this movie made?
Came out in 2017.
Oh. So you can't have
So
watched
very
it
new.
like
Relatively
forever
new.
ago.
Yeah, I think I might have caught it. I must have caught it on like Hulu or something, like not long after it came out, because I feel like it has been at least a year or so since I watched
Yeah.
it.
Because, like, I think the reason why I find him so whiny is that, like, what he's lamenting is just, like, our status quo, like, especially our generation.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, we're all in this boat, so...
we're all dealing with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why you gotta be like that, dude? I don't know. I sympathize with him, but I also, like, don't, for some reason.
Totally. There's something about like verbalizing it, I think, in this way that like, oh, poor me, like, oh, I'm the only person dealing with this. Like, buddy,
Yeah.
we get it.
Yeah.
We all get it.
I am a millennial, Generation Y, born between the birth of AIDS and 9/11, give or take. They call us the global generation. We are known for our entitlement and narcissism. Some say it's because we're the first generation where every kid gets a trophy just for showing up. Others think it's because social media allows us to post every time we fart or have a sandwich for all the world to see.
I don't know. Maybe it's in contrast to like this interviewer dude putting words in his mouth. Like,
That's true. Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting, or not interesting, but like the way he feels the need to like parrot what the interviewer is saying. Like, clearly it's meant to be like, I don't know, like a prompt to like prompt him into using his own words, but he can't even like do that.
Yeah, he starts by repeating exactly what he had said and then kind of going on another.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I relate to the struggle, but like, it's just status quo now, so.
That's so sad.
It is
so
sad, isn't it?
I feel the struggle so hard. Just the like working jobs that he hates, that he had to beg to beg just to get. Like, I've been there. It's rough. I don't know. It sucks that it's like that. Like that it is so commonplace that it just seems like he's pandering's not the right word. I don't know. It's just sad.
It feels
Dave's
like
just sad.
Like it's supposed to be commenting on something, but it just feels like a little self-indulgent. In the way that I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how to like articulate why I don't know. It's weird. But
I get you. I understand.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not yet 30 and, like, all of this stuff. I was just like, oh, yeah, is this millennial bingo? Like...
Maybe. Maybe.
It's like, yeah, my mom still sends me money when she's feeling generous. And, like, oh, yeah, I work multiple jobs. And I hate retail and people suck. But I think, like... Yeah, all these things are true, but, like, what new things do you have to say about them, I think is my problem with this. And, like, I don't feel like he's there at the movie, like, or at least this part of the movie is, like, offering any, like, this is the thing that we're trying to say about this, kind of.
Yeah. There's no resolution to this. He's not saying anything. He's not overcome this yet.
Right.
This is more like a stating of the problem, kind of. Like, I don't know if he has another moment later in the movie where, like, I don't resolve any of his grievances that have been brought up here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I maybe I do need to revisit this movie because, like, I can't remember, like, where it ends off, like how this experience is going to change these characters going forward, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
like, is the maze, like, some metaphorical stuff about, like, navigating your late 20s, early 30s? Like, is it... I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm interested, but
maybe
the way that this minute presents him, albeit it's very out of context for me, I am not a fan. But I do like the fact that he outlines all of these things as problems, because even though we as a society have just accepted them, they are still problems. So
you got kind of robot-y for a second there. Oh no! It looks like I've lost Cassandra. The maze has taken another victim! I was just rewatching the minute, and it looks like that was everything I had to say anyway, so I guess I'm just going to wrap it up here. Thank you everyone for listening to another episode of Dave Made a Minute. You can find me over at harrypotterminute.com or hpminute.com doing Harry Potter 1 minute at a time. We just wrapped up with Chamber of Secrets a few months ago, and we'll be coming back with Prisoner of Azkaban very soon, so check that out. You can also find me on Ferris Bueller's Minute Off, or on the Dueling Genre Patreon feed for just $1 a month doing Scott Pilgrim Minute with Cassandra, Nick, Scott, and Brian Green over there. And you can find Cassandra on Lord of the Rings Minute and The Doctor's Companion.
Shit.
And then, yeah, come back tomorrow for Minute 47. Thanks, everyone.
Dented the shit out of it.
Mischief managed.
Good. My father will come home, you see what I did. I can't hide this. He'll come home, he'll see what I did, he'll have to deal with me. I don't care, I really don't. I'm just tired of being afraid. Hell with him. I can't wait to see the look on the bastard's face.
And then I could probably disarm all the traps. And then we could finish this maze. Who is with me?
That was Gary Roby of Harry Potter Minute and Cassandra Fredrickson of Lord of the Rings Minute taking on Minute 46 of Dave Made a Maze. They will be back next time on Dave Made a Minute taking on Minute 47.
Thank you for listening to Dave Made a Minute. Intro dialogue snippets were taken from Dave Made a Maze, directed by Bill Watterson, written by Bill Watterson and Steve Sears, and produced by John Charles Meyer. Intro music is Diversion by The Equals, featured in the film Dave Made a Maze, and Life Cycle of a Match by Parvis Decree. Outro music is Leaving This Godforsaken Place and Her Presence is Strong Here by Parvis Decree. Dave Made a Minute is a production of Lemming Drop Studio and all other featured podcast producers. You can find more content at lemmingdrops.com. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Dave Made a Minute. If you like what you hear, throw us a rating and review on your podcatcher of choice, and check out all of the participants' other shows to spread the love around. Again, thank you for listening.
As long as we're all working together, this is going to be fine. It's going to be great.
I need you to notify the families of everyone who died here today.
Totally. Wait, what?